I went ahead and created the index. So here I only created the index and each one of the pages. Right now the pages themselves don't have anything but the title. Right, so if I click on each one of them, each one of them opens up in a different tab, and you see the name of the page in the header and on the title. And I'll show you why I'm pointing that out in a minute. So for all of them, they're all there. So iterative. Let's see what went wrong with iterative. Okay, so I see where I made the mistake with iterative. Instead of putting a dash, I put a dot. Let me fix that. Okay, now that that's fixed. There it is. Now it's working. Working my way backwards from validating forms, let's go ahead and fix the example. I'm going to use Nano. Let me go to the right pane. I could probably close the left pane. What I'm doing here is I am creating a JavaScript variable in the head, and I'm calling it title. In here is where I'm including the title of this page, right? So this being the JS forms, I'm just going to change this value here to JavaScript forms V. I save it. Since I'm saving it as a variable, when it gets to the title, I'm using the document write to enter the title tag, and between the title tags, I am appending the contents of the variable title. And then going further down, inside the body, I've got the h1 tag centered, and then I've got the opening script tag, and using the document write to again display the contents of the title variable. What this is allowing me to do, using the HTML portion as just a template, and all of the other pages are exactly the same except for the contents of that variable. Right? So I save it, and then I go over here, I refresh it, and now it says JavaScript forms, V, page header, and then on the top you see JavaScript forms. And here I was removing the header, so let me fix that, exit. And now I'm going to do the same thing for the other ones. This is just JavaScript forms. Here within this console on Linux, if I wanted to add one more page, so I've got 16, I can just easily do CP for copy and then select one of them. So I can do 01 or 010 and then create page 17 and say copy the HTML. So then I open that one. Because I can use them as a template. I can very easily make multiple copies of it. All right, so I go to my browser. On Windows, it would be the same thing. You just copy the file and paste it, and there you go. Now here you may notice I also have another script tag within the header pointing to a script.js file. If I exit, you'll notice that here is that script.js file. Currently, I don't have anything inside that file. So as of right now, that file is empty. The purpose of that file is it's going to contain our JavaScript code that is going to be shared across the entire site, including a menu. So we're going to create our navigation menu, and we're going to save it as a JavaScript string, JavaScript variables that we're just going to reference and pull on each of our pages. The advantage of that is going to be that if we need to add one more page, we just simply go to JavaScript, update the link, create our page, and all of our site is going to then be updated to have the new links. If we need to make a change to any of the links, same thing, we just go to our JavaScript page, make our modification, and it applies across the entire site. This is a concept that we will also be using when we start doing PHP, and it is also how you would do it when you are creating an application that is database driven. You would be storing your links inside the database, and so you will need to have a code or script to then enumerate or display iteratively the links that you have saved on the database. Your page will function as a template. The JavaScript will act as a middleman, pulling the data from the database and inserting it into your pages. Actually, so